Okay, so we have a very exciting video coming for you today. Today we have partnered with Gili Recommended and we are going snorkeling around the best sites of the Gili Islands.
I am so excited, so make sure you stick around so you can see the whole thing. Alright, so this morning our accommodation was nice enough to give us an early breakfast so that we could still eat for free before we left, and then we made our way to the harbor. So the boat to go from Gili Air to Gili T cost 45,000 rupiah one way per person, and it leaves at 8:30 in the morning, and then I think the boat coming back, the latest, is at 4 p.m. today, so we have a little bit of wiggle room, not a ton. Okay, so to give you guys kind of an update, we're just about to head to the boat. I'm honestly like a little bit nervous. I can count probably on one hand the number of times I've actually been like in the ocean swimming, and I don't think I've ever actually done snorkeling or scuba diving in the ocean, so I'm a little freaked out, but like it's not like we're gonna be dropped in the middle or anything. I think it's pretty, all the sites we're going to see are pretty close to an island, so I think it's a good little tester for myself.
Yeah, for sure. And we like kind of went past one of the sites on the way to this island, and it was like pretty busy, so I think like we're not just gonna like jump and be completely alone. We'll have like
there's gonna be lots of
other
people there
around us, so
yeah. But I'm very excited, but I am a little nervous too.
Okay, we're on the boat. Our guide Saul here is gonna take us on an incredible day. Rob and I were both just commenting how clear the water is. Like, it's so crystal clear, it's insane. Comparing it to like our lakes that we have back at home that are just like green water, this is like, it's something out of a dream, I'd say, honestly.
First stop of our journey today is the Vespa scooter that's underneath the water at Gili T. That was amazing. That is like nothing I've ever seen before. They obviously sunk it so that people could snorkel there, but it's kind of promoted an area for coral growth. There were so many fishes. Took me a little bit to actually find the scooter because I was a little overwhelmed. I'm definitely a nose breather, not a mouth breather. So I kind of felt like I couldn't get enough air at the beginning. So there's probably not as many clips of that one as there will be the rest because Graham and I are just getting used to it. But that was beautiful. The water was so clear. I absolutely loved it.
Okay, so we made it to our second stop. Definitely more people here at this one. That's okay, honestly. It kind of makes it feel a little bit better with more people in the water with us. But this one that we're at is Coral Garden. We already did see a turtle just off the side of our boat, so I think we're in for some pretty special sights here. We are just off the beach of Gili Mino. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So we just finished our second spot. It was called the Coral Garden, just off the coast of Gili Mino, and it was absolutely incredible. There's so many like very cool colored fish and turtles.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to swim beside a turtle. There was just one chilling on the ground. But we see so many on the boat. I just think they're in deeper water than where we were swimming. But they're so cute. I hope I swim with one of them. So the next stop we are at is called Turtle Point, which I didn't know was next, so hopefully I can actually swim with turtles this time because they are the cutest animals ever.
Okay, we just finished at Turtle Cove. That was incredible. We didn't see like a lot of turtles, but the ones we did see, we got like super close to, and they looked kind of right at us. And so now we are backtracking a little bit, and we are going back to the statue, probably the most popular spot. So there's gonna be a lot of people around. So we're gonna see what we can do to get some good shots of it.
So we've made it to the statues. There's definitely not a lack of people here. Yeah, he hasn't even pointed out where the exact statue is, but you can see just a mass of people on top of it. But like everywhere else, the water here is crystal blue, so let's go see what wildlife we can find. Oh, I also heard that these statues are like hauntingly beautiful, so I'm excited to see them too.
Look at all those people.
It'll be good.
Okay, so we just left the statues. Those were absolutely incredible. It's like, you see photos of it and you're like, wow, that's cool. When you see it in person, it's absolutely like, feels like you're not really there. It's a bit surreal, to be honest. The current is pretty strong there, so like, you kind of like start on one side of them and float to the other side and then try to swim back and then float again. And it's very busy. Rob and I both said like, we definitely kicked some people and definitely got kicked by some people, but even though it's busy, that shouldn't deter you from going there. Was absolutely incredible to see. We've got a few more minutes, so I'm gonna hop back in and see if I can see some more fish.
I think I'm just gonna chill on the boat. I swallowed a lot of salt water in the last time, so my gut is churning right now. So I'm gonna wait here while Graham gets his last little snorkel of the day, because I don't know if my stomach can handle it.
Okay, so Rob and I bought some tickets for our ferry trip back to Gili. We have found a spot on the beach because our ferry doesn't leave for about 40 minutes. So our ferry back, we were hoping to take the slow boat. That was 45,000 rupiah a person. Ended up that there's only one option for that at 4 o'clock today, and it's currently about 12:30. So we decided to opt for the public fast boat that leaves at 1, and that was 85,000 per person. So obviously a little bit more expensive, but I think worth it that we didn't really expect to have to wait on Gili T till 4 o'clock for the slow boat. So.
was so stressful. I actually didn't think we were gonna make it. So just in comparison, our Gili Air harbor experience this morning was so peaceful. We got on the boat no problem with a whole bunch of locals on their way to work. This, coming back, it was like a mass herd of people that are just like squeezed into this narrow hallway. And we heard one of the locals who I think is on this boat, he was like, Gili Air, Gili Mino, like fast boat, and we're like, oh my gosh, like yes, that's us, but we're stuck in the middle of the line and everyone's budging, and it was crazy. Anyways, we're on the boat and I think it leaves really soon. It feels so good to be back on our nice peaceful island of Gili Air.
Okay, so since we didn't get enough swimming this morning, we are gonna head to the beach and get a little bit more in. Hold on.
It's almost comical at this point that Graham and I keep choosing the beaches where the tide is out. So we have to go way out there if we want to swim. I know that this was full of water yesterday morning, but now we are here in the afternoon, and if you want to swim, you gotta go all the way out there. And it's not as pretty to look at, but you know what? It's 5 minutes from our place, and it looks like it's gonna rain behind us, so this is where we're gonna stay. And it's not too bad, honestly. The sand is nice, the view is just not as great.
So a good chance it rains, but we rented some snorkel gear. It was 50,000 rupiah. Gonna go and see if we can beat the rain and see some fish and check it out, see how it goes.
We're gonna take turns so that someone can stay here by the stuff, but honestly our snorkeling experience this morning was unreal, but Graham and I both realized that it did not come natural to us, so we are gonna practice a lot before we go on a next snorkel experience, because I'm sure that this won't be the last one here in Southeast Asia.
It was very fun. Lots of very beautiful fish. Also a little bit like scary as someone who's not really used to swimming in the ocean. Swimming by yourself in the ocean is like intimidating, but we're gonna practice and we're gonna get better.
So the people that we rented our snorkel from were nice enough to let us swap out the sizes of flippers so that now I can take it out. I think my strategy is to go where all of the people are over there, and I'm gonna go see what I can find.
How'd it go?
That was so much fun. You're right though, it is so shallow that you're just kind of like floating above the coral. But where I went over there, there was also some deeper parts, so then you could like fully swim. I loved it, that was so fun. I figured out what I think freaks me out so much. It's when I dive down and then so my snorkel fills up with water, and then I come up and I blow the water out, but there's still some like residual left over that I start to inhale, and that's what freaks me out. So I'm not sure how to change that. But honestly, that was so fun. I feel like every single time I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in the ocean, which is great because I love swimming. So of course I want to be in the water all the time, but the ocean is just a little bit more freaky than like a pool or a lake and stuff like that. But no, it was so fun. There was lots of families out there, so I was just swimming with them. So it was good. I loved it. All right, so we are back at our accommodation. Today has been such a fun day. We can't thank Gili Recommended enough for this opportunity to go snorkeling with them. It honestly was like breathtaking. Really, that was my, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that was my first time snorkeling in like open sea, open ocean, stuff like that. So it was really cool. Now you aren't super far from the shores, which actually worked in our favor because I don't think we're quite there yet. But it was such a fun experience. The water was crystal clear. Back when I was looking at how you could go about doing this snorkeling adventure here in the Gili Islands, there was really two different options. One, you could take a public boat with a whole bunch of people, that's the cheapest option, but you don't have the flexibility of choosing your own time. You don't have the flexibility of choosing how long you want to be at each location. The private tours tend to be more expensive. It's one that we did today, but honestly, so incredibly worth it. Like, to just have that kind of customization to determine when you want to leave. Your guide helps you find the best spots. Like, if one is really busy, we skipped the statues to do the Turtle Point first because we saw that the statues was really busy. It was still busy when we got there, but you do have that flexibility, and you do kind of have that personal one-on-one connection with your guide too. So we really enjoyed our guide, so couldn't highly recommend him enough, honestly.
Yeah, he was awesome. And I don't know, just like having your own space on the boat and like not being crammed in with like 30 to 40 other people on one of those boats, just like it's so
really
nice to be able to spread out and you don't have to worry about all your stuff. But yeah, we highly recommend booking with Gili Recommended. Their private tour option is awesome.
So with that being said, we do have a really busy day ahead of us tomorrow. So I think we are going to try and get an early sleep. Plus, we have to pack up all of our stuff. So I think this is where we're going to end the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. So after a long, full, fun, excuse me.
Fantastic, fabulous,
Okay.
futuristic day.
Okay, hold on.
I got a lot of salt water.
So it's also any day now.
Well, do you want it rocky and corally, or do you want it not?